We have something unique on the show, and today I'm with good buddy and mainstream sponsor, Dwayne D'Andrea, Mountain Valley Sport Fishing. You know, we've never really done what we're calling the lower stretch of the Upper Columbia.
That's right.
And you've been fishing it now for about a month, and it's been great.
It's been really good. Its fishing's coming on. The water's coming up a little bit, but the creeks are still running really clear. The water isn't muddy, the main river isn't muddy.
You know, and the cool thing about the Columbia is it runs clean all year long. It really doesn't ever get dirtied up. I see some fish that are spawning in the shallows. Of course, we're going to leave them alone, but expect to catch a lot of fresh fish. So it's the lower stretch of the Upper Columbia today as we take you sport fishing on the fly. Sport Fishing on the Fly is brought to you in part by the Frog Boat, inspired by nature, ingenious by design. Able, the reel for the record books. The Freshwater Fishery Society of BC, making fishing in BC even better. And Arctic Adventures, providing memorable fishing experiences since 1969. Oh, there we go. That's a big guy.
Yeah. Just like that.
Just,
oh, nice fish. Oh, that's good, Don.
What a great way to start. Oh man, this is nice. Oh, that's a big fish. Jeez, there are big fish in here. Oh, look at this one. This is a chrome bullet too. Wow, gorgeous fish. Let's get the net. Oh, look at that. Oh, how long is that guy? That's a gorgeous fish. Look at the length of that fish. Man, when it puts on some meat, it's going to be just beautiful. Wow.
There you go.
You know, that's a 22 plus, even longer
Big
to
fish.
start.
It's nice.
2 casts, bam!
What a way to start.
Wow, let's stay here. Let's get a couple more like that.
Let's keep her up.
Nice. Oh,
nice.
This is another nice one, Dwayne.
Pay attention.
Great spot. Oh,
nice.
And again, the beauty, just dragging
it.
buggers and casting out in these holes. It's just great. They're everywhere. Oh, nice one. Hey. Geez, we've been out here for a total of about 10 minutes now. Oh, that's another gorgeous fish. I'll let you hold them up. Or here, you want me to hold the net?
I'm okay.
All right. There's the bulldog right in the side of the mouth, right in the corner. Look at that, another gorgeous rainbow. Oh, all day long this time of year. It's mid-May. Mid-May, right through until into November now, we'll be hooking fish like that steady. And what we're doing, like I mentioned earlier on the approach, is we always start fishing the tail outs and these runs. You can see the run shallows up behind me and then gets into a little deeper hole. Just casting upstream, letting it swing through these runs, and all the fish move into the runs, and all of them come from those deep holes. So later on, we'll go into these deeper holes, put an indicator out, and just bang them again. Unreal, 15 minutes out here. We've already hooked how many? 5 or 6, landed 2. Oh, big D, I'm loving it.
Yeah, you're good on the rod.
I'll get another one. beauty is we've got the perfect conditions. You know, we got a little bit of cloud cover, keeps the heat in. Probably supposed to, oh, there we go. It warms up nice today. It's supposed to warm up to, you know,
fish.
I don't know, 26 plus. Look at that. It's every cast almost, if you know what you're doing.
Another nice fat,
Oh, yeah.
thick back Columbia River rainbow.
Oh, show everybody that fish. Isn't that gorgeous? Look at that. They're just sweet. You can't beat them. They're just beautiful
Back
fish.
in the water, buddy. There you go.
You know, the thing is, they're all clones this time of year. They're all from 18 to 24, just steady. Beautiful fish. You get the odd big spawner, right, Dwayne?
That you do,
The
yeah.
odd big guy, you know, he'll be 8 pounds, but it'll be dark. And so when do they spawn in here?
Well, they're coming off the spawn, a lot of them right now.
Yeah.
And they'll come in April. They'll start staging and start spawning. But there's other different types of fish in here.
Yeah,
You know,
there's all the different
You'll catch
strains.
3 rainbows and they all look different.
Yeah.
So you got creek spawners and riverbed spawners and our native fish.
Well, the beauty is we've got Lake Roosevelt. So Lake Roosevelt is down the U.S., right? We're going to actually float right to the border today.
That's right.
And it's stocked heavy with fish. So
Yeah.
we'll get 12, 14-pound fish move up here in April, right? In springtime, we've hooked into a few. Not a whole bunch, but a few.
Yeah.
Lake fish.
That's right.
But all year long, we get the great rainbow fish.
Yeah, it's fabulous.
What are you doing? You're playing with my fly. Let's get it out
It's
there.
a little bit bent. We have to straighten the hook a little bit.
Forget it. You know me. I never straighten my hook. I just keep throwing it out there.
Okay, well, let's go.
Let's go. There's more fish to be caught. Oh, and look at them run towards us.
There you go.
Oh,
Nice silver fish.
nice chrome. Oh. And again, this is an 8-weight rod with a heavy sink tip. I mean, they're just tough fish in here. Gee, sure, that net's just barely big enough. Another gorgeous rainbow. 18-inch plus.
There
Boom,
he goes.
gone. So to give an example of the experience we've had so far, there's the truck, about 200 yards away from us. We hit the first hole, I hooked 4, landed 1. Big toes.
Yeah.
Got out here, we drifted down what, another 100 feet?
100 feet.
You slid me into another hole and I've nailed another 4 or 5 and lost a bunch.
Yeah, it's that time of the year.
And you know why I've lost a bunch? Because
Well,
I won't straighten my hook.
Give him a chance, which is okay.
Which is fine, you betcha. It's more, you know, when we come out here, we know the water so well, and that's a key. You know, you've been guiding out here how long now?
Well, geez, it's been 20 years at least.
And one thing we want to mention too, while we're talking, is the safety out here. They're a nice warm day, but you got to remember the water this time of year is what, 46
Yeah.
Fahrenheit, so
Very
it's
cold.
really cold. You end up in that water, you're only there a minute or 2 and you're done.
That's right.
So you want to be safe.
Yeah, and the Columbia River, any big river, you have to be safe.
Yeah.
You know, it's one of those rivers that you don't want, you got to really respect it.
And if you get guided by somebody that's experienced, you promote safety
Yeah.
in a big way. Your safety.
Yeah, I like promoting safety. It's a big thing. Wear life jackets, have your throw bags in the boat, and just be very careful. And guiding on all the time on the river like this, you
Yeah.
learn the danger spots and you know where to be. So that's first thing, is keep the client safe.
Excellent. Well, you know what? I'm going to catch another fish because now you got me in a beautiful position. I can work this run.
I hope you do.
Oh, look at the air time.
Oh,
Oh, man,
that's a
that's a
fat one.
nice fish. Wow. And this is getting to this point where it's silly, isn't it?
Get tired
I
of
mean,
getting
we're
up and
just
down.
catching fish after fish this size, and it's just unreal.
It came in pretty easy.
Gee, you think that bulldog works pretty good?
Oh, that's a heavy little fish.
So this bulldog I'm using today is Don's personal version. So you can actually go on the website and download my personal version. You can see it right there. It's got the burnt orange hackle and a few other colors to it, and it's just a winner. Oh, look at that rainbow. Look at how chrome this one is. So that's even different than the other one, Dwayne. Isn't that gorgeous? Like
Beautiful.
small spots, really chrome.
It's beautiful.
Isn't that wild how much different color that is? So it's got to be a different strain.
Different strain.
Oh, there she goes.
You're here, buddy.
How ridiculous is this?
Good fishing.
I've lost count.
Yeah.
Yeah, nice. Oh, and he's off. Darn, lost him. The bent hook isn't helping.
I straightened it.
Did you?
Yeah.
Oh, he straightened it out. Way to go.
When you weren't looking about 3 fish ago.
Oh, you sneaky.
Mm-hmm.
Well, we started about noon and it's around 3 right now. We had some great action early, hit a couple more holes. And now got one last stretch, real run that we want to hit, but I think almost time to hit down the big hole.
Yeah, I think so.
So we're at the hole.
We made it.
And you know, the early stuff is really a bonus because, you know, we're catching all the fish in those upper runs.
Yeah.
But this is the spot you want to end up at.
This is. Ultimately, you want to fish down, fish the pockets like we're doing, end up here. This is one of the better holes on the river.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah,
what are you starting with?
Yeah, I'm going to start with an ant. I noticed some ants flying around home today, so I thought, well, it'd be fitting to use an ant today.
Yeah, but the key here is
flying black ant.
I'm going to start with my usual. I've got a Prince Nymph or a similar. I've got a UV Caddis Nymph, a few that we showed on the bench before. Always good out here, so I'm getting out there. Get that ant out there. I want to see that.
Should be fun.
The UV Nymph is on fire already.
That took about a minute.
I'm just gonna pull him off. I've got the UV Nymph on here. I'll just unbutton him since he's a little guy. Oh, there he goes, unharmed. And now I'll set up my indicator again. So normal setup, nice light rod, 4 or 5 weights ideal for this kind of thing. There's that, the UV Nymph works great. You know, it's got that the purple flash to it. It's got the UV hackle on it. Real good pattern. And again, we set it up with a normal setup. I've got, you know, a couple foot and a half, a couple feet to my barrel swivel, and then I'll set this indicator up another, I don't know, 6, 8 feet up. So I'm fishing about 5, 6 feet of water.
Ant's not working, Don.
No, that's, you know what though, that's unfair advantage me because, you know, every time I've been out here, I've used this UV Caddis Nymph, and it's been just killer. It's just killer.
And you know, we're not very far from the border. Something you might like to mention here. It's just around the corner.
Well, it's just around the corner. Yeah, we're probably what, about a kilometer maybe, or half a kilometer. Oh, and you got a double header? Oh, you had one again.
Take my rod.
Look at that.
That's a beautiful fish.
Oh, is it ever?
Oh, there's the Columbia River specimen.
Look at that.
Right on top there.
Oh, nice male. Look at him. Oh, look at that. And look at the chrome color.
Get him back in there.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, he's ready. Ooh, that's nice.
Isn't it nice?
Yeah, that was good.
Okay, so that's 2 casts in 2 minutes and 2 fish.
Plus I had...
And you had 2 hits while we were bringing that one in.
So they're around.
Oh, yeah. And you know, I'm used to fishing it from April right through until November. What's your best time? What do you think?
It's pretty much April. We start end of March, right through April, May, just like we're doing now.
May, June's probably my favorite for the indicator.
Yeah, indicator right through June actually is pretty good.
Right through June. And then, of course, the dry fly kicks on July, August.
Yeah.
And then September, October, November, back to big buggers,
big buggers and
hoppers and everything.
Yeah.
Oh, another dandy.
I'm going to switch from the ant to one of your favorites there.
I just put my fly back out and literally bang. Oh, again, another dandy rainbow. Well, you know what we're going to do? I think we're going to go to the bench right now, and I'm going to tie you up the Dawn Special UV. Today on the bench, we have a special treat. I'm actually going to give up one of my favorite personal patterns. It's a real good pattern in both rivers and lakes, especially in rivers. And it's called Dawn's Purple Prince. Make sure you have these materials ready before you tie the fly. We'll use a size 12 2X long nymph hook for the hook, some 6/0 black thread to tie with, black goose bites for the tail, some purple light bright for the butt, small copper wire for the rib, some purple light bright for the body, black saddle hackle as the collar, some black goose bites for the wing, and a 1/8 inch gold bead as the bead. To start the fly off, as always, I put my thread in and tied right to the back of the hook. Now I'm going to take just a pinch of my light bright because I'm going to form a bud on the fly, and I want a very small amount here. This bud is only there to help splay out the 2 goose bites. We're going to put in for the tail later. So again, just a small amount of dubbing and wrap in a small butt on the fly. Now that my butt's tied in, I've taken 2 black goose bites and I'm going to put them on either side of the hook, and they have a natural bend to them, so make sure the natural bend is pointing out. Lay them on either side of the hook, and then we'll just wrap it over with the thread, and as we work back towards the butt, it'll naturally splay the goose bites on each side to form the tail. Now the tail's tied in, I've taken a strand of my copper wire, gonna wrap it in on the body, tie it in securely, and we'll leave this off the back of the hook to rib in a little bit later. Now the tough part is to try to dub in this purple light bright. It's not easy to work with, but I prefer, again, to dub it right onto the line, or the thread. So I started dubbing on the thread, and I'm keeping it fairly thin. If you have problems wrapping it, you know, the big key here is just keep going in one direction. But if you have problems dubbing on the thread, form a dubbing brush or dubbing loop and create a dubbing brush, and then it's easier to wrap. But I just keep wrapping it on here, and then we'll wrap all this forward to form the body on the fly. Now that I have the tapered body tied in, I'm going to go back and take the copper wire, and I'm going to go the opposite direction that I tied the body in and form about 5 to 6 ribs right up the fly until I get to the bead. After I've ribbed the body, I'm taking just a hackle tip. So I've got a saddle hackle, but just a tip because I want to keep the actual length of the hackle fairly small. I'm going to tie it in right behind the bead, cut off my excess, and then what I'm going to do is just take 2 wraps. Just 1, 2 wraps, tie it off, and then wrap over my thread just a little bit just to get the hackle to move back a bit. So right behind the bead, just tie over your hackle just slightly, and that'll splay it back. Once the collar is tied in, I'm now going to take another couple of goose bites. I'm going to lay these right on top, just one at a time, and I'm going to make them about the length of the body. So I'm going to lay one on the top, just pointing out towards one side of the tail, right behind the bead, and take another goose bite and just cross over to the other side, make them about the same length, about the length of the body, and tie over. And once I've tied them in, I'm going to cut off my excess on the front. Now that I have the wings tied in, to finish off the fly, I'm just going to take my whip finisher, as I always do, and do a couple of whips, and that will just secure the thread onto the fly. So there it is, Don's Purple Prince. And I really mean it is a very effective pattern. It's one of my personal favorites. But what makes this key is the color of the body. And here are all the different varieties you have. I like the purple, but every one of these light bright materials is effective. A nice little chrome bullet. There he goes.
Do you mind if I borrow one of these off you?
Yeah, I think
you get a spare one.
I think you should. And you know, again, it's not traditional colors. The thing, when you're at the bench, and I've told this everybody watching all the time, don't go with traditional stuff. So many people tie the normal, you know, the normal hackles they're used to. They don't change up the colors. Right. I've tied some radical pink patterns and crazy colors. And of course, 90% of the time, these patterns don't work, but you come up against something special like this that really lights up. Again, I would have never discovered it if I didn't try different things. So again, when you're at the bench, be creative. Try to think of new things. Even if the fly looks ugly, give it a try, because you never know, it might work. So you want one of those?
Please.
Alrighty, let's dig one out. I think you got to shorten your leader up.
Just did.
Yeah, because I'm about 6 feet. I'm kind of holding in that zone, and there's a lot of fish feet in there. I think you might have been deep.
Yeah.
You're trying for the big guy at about 10.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nice.
Oh, that's a nice one.
Just like you said, shorten her up.
Hey, shorten up, bang.
Not
First
bad.
cast with a shorter leader.
Not bad. We're in the zone.
Yeah, that depth, and you got to be in the zone. So, oh, there's a double header.
That's what we're looking for.
A double header.
Oh, unbuttoned. That's okay.
And you're unbuttoned.
That's good. Get it out of the way for that big guy to come in.
This guy's good size. This is a real nice fish. Oh. And you know, the nice thing is they're not going to rip you off. You know, you don't need, you know, I've got a nice little Ross reel here. You don't need the big reels in here because they're not going to burn you off 300 yards.
No.
But they're sure going to jump around and go crazy, which is lots of fun. And there's just fish everywhere. Man, they're just up here feeding like crazy. I mean, not huge, but again, fat. Just really fat. What a scrap. They are a beautiful rainbow in here, aren't they?
They're unbelievable.
Just beautiful. All right, wow.
We are lucky.
Oh, were we ever lucky? All righty. Gone.
Gone.
Okay, well, I've lost count of the fish in the top end.
Yeah.
And now in this big hole,
It's
I can't remember. Like that's
it's a phenomenal day.
that's 6 or 7 in a row, like right away.
We haven't been out that long.
I know.
3 hours maybe.
I know, 3 hours.
Ah, it's a pleasure. Get your
You
fish.
can multitask.
It is nice. Once in
That
a
was
while.
awesome. You held it right in that zone and boom.
I'm gonna go to the back of the boat here. Get the braces,
Yeah.
just to be safe.
Oh, it looks pretty good.
Not bad.
Not bad. In these spring days, you can't beat them, right? Days in May out here are the best. Didn't like the net. There
Just a
it
little
is.
clone.
He's a nice little guy. Our normal size. Nice. Beautiful fish. And there he goes.
He's gone. Oh, fine. That felt
Good
good.
job, Big D.
That felt good.
So that's in the little groove, a little pocket out here. You know what? I
Yeah.
think we go slide back out in that big water for a bit.
Woo.
Yeah, what a way to finish
Wow.
up.
It is. It's great.
Nice fish. You know, our flies are done. But what a day, Big D.
Oh, unbelievable.
You know, that was
A lot of fun.
a 50-plus fish day without a problem. And I don't know how many we showed. You know, we tried to show you as many as we could. But wow, what a day.
What a day. It's just
Spectacular.
a lot of great time.
You know, when you come
Lots.
out here, you are going to have good luck. I mean, a lot of people, you've got to know how to catch them, right? You got to
You
know
do.
how to fish it.
Yep.
But when you're getting guided,
Yep.
especially by you,
Yep.
you're going to have good luck.
Yeah, we'll show them.
You know, you'll get a few fish here and there, and you're going to have some fun. Oh, what a way to finish. Look at this one. This is gorgeous. Oh, yeah.
Nice.
Oh, wow. Let's get this fish and show everybody. I mean, that's a gorgeous fish. Look at that. Oh, isn't that nice? Just beautiful. All day.
All day.
All day this size.
All day.
There she goes.
Oh,
Wow, what a great way to finish.
oh, it's a great day.
Spectacular day. You know, if you want an adventure like this, give Dwayne a call at Mountain Valley Sport Fishing. And remember, where we're at is on the Columbia River in southern BC, actually. It's right on the border, right in the dead center of BC, right on the border. Easy to find.
It is.
And how can they get a hold of you?
Well, best way is to go online and look me up at kootenaiflyfishing.com.
Perfect. Excellent. When you're out here, take care, conserve our waters, and we'll see you next time when we take you sport fishing on the fly. That was so good.
Awesome day, man.
To watch all our latest Sport Fishing on the Fly episodes and to order Sport Fishing on the Fly merchandise, head to www.sfotf.ca. And if you would like to book an adventure like this one shown, head to ontheflyadventures.ca and book yourself the trip of a lifetime.